This is our SwiftKey tablet version. We've been working at the Google headquarters for a couple of months to come up with this. We've taken our prediction technology that you'll have seen in the mobile version. We've improved it a lot using our Fluency 2 engine. And then we've overhauled the user interface on the tablet to split the keyboard in two and make things easier to reach. So what this means is that you get all the great technology. You can type using just a few characters as you could before. And it's easier to reach the keys. We've got some great new stuff in here, learning as well as the language that you use. It learns how you interact with the keyboard. So whether you're more accurate over some areas, less accurate over other areas, it's going to learn that over time and keep adapting to your usage patterns. We've also got some cool stuff in here, so learning from your Gmail sent items to pick up your language. The same for any Facebook wall posts, any messages you send, and any tweets you send. So this keyboard is really the only one that is tailored to the user. You learn everything that you do.
Okay.
It's good. It's breakfast. We do a fry at one of them. Yeah, it's
Newest application for Android Honeycomb release, and we're demoing it here on the new Motorola Zoom tablet. So what we're all about at WeatherBug is providing very live, very local weather information for anywhere in the world. We have our own network of weather stations, and we take that data and we aggregate it with other public sources of weather information. So for example, what you're seeing here is a map of the entire world, the current temperatures right now as they are all around the world. And I can touch on any location and actually see what the weather is like at that location as we speak right now. So you can see it's very warm down there in Africa, 39 degrees. Beyond that, we have the current conditions for all these locations around the world. And what's interesting and unique about this new version of Android is you can actually do some interesting things like this carousel that we've developed here to show all my different locations around the world. And if I want to look at more detail, I can just tap and I see the forecast for the rest of the week. This is in Brazil. So it's a really easy to use, intuitive interface that makes it a lot of fun to interact with the weather. So what we're all about again is making sure that this is very local down to the neighborhood level wherever you happen to be. So the other thing I should show here is cameras. Whoops. Figures that would happen in a demo. But we have cameras on a lot of our weather stations, so not only can you look at the map, but in a lot of cities around the world we actually show what's happening at that moment. So we can show you a city view or a cityscape. I guess it's still dark probably right now in California because they're about 9 hours earlier there. So, that's really what we're all about, is providing very accurate, very live, very local weather information from all around the world.
Okay.
So Pulse is a mobile newsreader for phones and tablets, and nowadays people like to read the news when they're on the go, whether they're waiting for a bus or standing in a train. People want to stay up to date, and we want to make the best experience possible for those users. So we allow everyone to kind of add their favorite news sources to Pulse. And here you can see that I've added my favorite design blogs to this design page that I've created. And users can customize their own pages. So here I have all my favorite technology websites. And so if I find an article that kind of catches my eye, I can click on it and it'll load up on the side. And when you read an article, you can scroll up and down to read the whole thing. And the images load if you have an internet connection. And if you want to go to the next story, you can just scroll to the right or left. So you can kind of browse within a source. And however, in landscape mode, you can also browse other sources at the same time. So you kind of get an overview sense of what's going on. So it's very easy to navigate. We have a lot of focus on user design, user interface, and basic design principles. So we find that's really the best way to keep posted on what's going on in the world here and learn about. We also have the ability to add sources. And we have a list of suggested sources that we find have really interesting content, but we also give the users the ability to browse by category. So if they have a particular interest, say they really like fashion, they can go to the fashion category and have a variety of fashion websites to choose from. And of course there's the ability to choose to search and to import from Google Reader if you have an account.
2005, and we do episodic gaming, and originally adventure, story-based, character-based type of games. We launch on initially on PC, and then we go across platforms, being WiiWare, XBLA, PSN. We launched last year for the first time on the tablet, was the iPad, and then we did the iPhone. And this one is still a prototype. We're launching next month. 7 Max Devil's Playhouse, first episode on the Zoom. And going forward, our company grows. We want to be all our games, all platforms, being consoles, PC, and smartphones, be iOS or Android devices. So, but it will take just time because we have a lot of SKUs. So probably in 2012, 2013 will be all. But so this game we had 2 days to put it in because we received the Zoom very late. So it's still a prototype, but it's running very smooth for a 2-day fast job.
It must be great getting back to work with your partner again.
So I'll talk with game. I mean, you know what it is. You ask questions, you listen to the answer, it gives you some clues, and then you gather items, and then the items you use them to solve a puzzle. So I'm going to show you one here. So I'm in this. They need to save from alien invasion. So I'm in this restaurant, and from him I need his demon's broth, but I'm gonna go somewhere else because it's easier and quicker. So this is Flint. I'm gonna talk to Flint.
Do you know anything about missing power cord, Flint?
Give me a break, Sam. I haven't eaten a thing since that yak's blood on my Himalayan caper. And some gummy worms. Come back when I'm done eating, would you?
So now I'm gonna play as Max. You can play either Sam or you can play Max. And I'm in the brain of Max, okay? And then Max can look into the future and see what's happening in the future, and he gives you information what should or should not happen, right? So we're gonna go into the future with future vision. And I went a little bit too fast. Oh, sorry. There we go. So it needs to be green. You tap on it. It's very easy, in the plane.
Sorry, I wasn't more careful.
So he's dead, right? So
now we'll never be able to find Mama Bosco's power cord.
we need to have the power cord, so we cannot allow him to die. So what we do is, before in the game, so now I exit, I go back as Sam. Before in the game, I had gathered a hat, not a hat. And I'm just gonna put it over him. It's gonna get green.
You feel better if you wore this hard hat, right?
That's swell, fellas, but
Horace would want you to have it.
oh, you're right, pals. I've just been thinking of myself all this time. Hand it over. Peanuts! You know I'm allergic to peanuts, Stinky. Are you trying to kill me?
Kill you? Don't be silly.
Something's fishy with that dame. Now, what do you want to know?
So now I'm gonna ask him questions because I need to find the power cord.
Yeah, Tom Bosco hired me to find it. Standard issue, find the secret invention from the scientist before it falls into the wrong hands stuff. Even you guys could do it. Yeah, no offense.
Oh yeah, we totally know where it is.
We were just testing you.
I'm in the middle of a case that's one hell of a lot bigger.
So you see, it's full of humor, and now I can go and so I need to go into another environment and do the same with the brain and to both Bosco's power. So that's a little bit giving you a flavor of how the game is, you know? That makes sense?